Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq, with daily insight on the Nasdaq-100 Index, or the NDX, which is made up of 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial innovative companies listed on the Nasdaq stock market. The NDX has been the barometer for U.S. large-cap growth and one of the best-performing indexes over the last decade and a half, not to mention one of the most liquid index ecosystems in the world. Joining me this Thursday afternoon, we have Joyce, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk, for an update on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq-100. And Brian, this is a great time to do it because stocks had the November to remember. Virtually every sector was up double digits, and of course the Nasdaq-100 was a beneficiary of that too.
Yeah, we came off a phenomenal month, a record month. We had the election behind us, and then we had 3 or 4 weeks in a row where each Monday we came in and there was some positive announcement on the vaccines. I think that there was a lot of expectation for a late end of year announcement on that, but the efficacy rates are extremely high, and so markets were off to the races. The Russell Microcap and the Russell 2000 had their best months ever, and the Russell Value Index. The Russell 1000 Value Index also had its best month ever. So, a phenomenal month. And even the prior leaders who had taken a back seat as far as the relative performance goes, like the growth stocks, like, say, the Nasdaq-100, still had double-digit returns, as you noted. So, really just a great all-around month for everyone.
All right, Brian, I'm going to hand the reins over to you. Let's take a look at a couple charts here, fresh levels that you're looking at.
Sure, absolutely. So this here, what we'll start out with is the Russell 1000. The Russell 2000. It's the small cap index, and I just wanted to highlight the phenomenal move that we had in November. It was up 18%. It was a record, highest move for the index, highest monthly gains in the index, as we noted. And then here's the Russell Microcap Index, another phenomenal move, up 20%. This was the top performing index in the U.S. last month, and both the Microcap and the Russell 2000 broke out to all-time highs. The Nasdaq-100 last month was up 11%, so still a great month for the Nasdaq-100. And this is the weekly period chart. You can see that the 12,050 level, give or take a few points, has been resistance going back all the way to August. We still hadn't made new highs by the end of the month. If I flip to the daily period chart, what I like about this over the other indices right now is the Nasdaq-100 essentially made its year-to-date high back on September 2nd and has spent the last 2 months consolidating sideways, working off overboard technical readings. The RSI broke through some prior support levels up at the 53 level and then established a base around 41, 42, which had retested back in late October. It's now charging back higher. The RSI did hold those bullish levels, those bullish ranges. And now if we look at the index price, is just in the last couple of days beginning to emerge above the prior high from September 2nd. So we're basically on the cusp right here of making a bullish breakout from a nice 2-month consolidation after this 84% move to the upside here. So very constructive price action. I know a lot of people are really into the value trade, and I have nothing against value. But here's the ratio again of the value index over the growth index. This is a weekly period chart, and you can see, more recently, we've had a bit of a bounce right here, but the longer-term trend, you can see the multi-year over the last 10-plus years is still definitely to the downside. So, this could bounce a little bit more, but until we get back above the 40-week moving average and show some convincing signs it's going to hold above that, it's definitely way too early to say value is the the go-to index right now, or group versus growth, and is set to outperform growth over the intermediate to longer term. It's possible, but I still need to see more evidence of it.
All right, Brian, great stuff. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.